A new missile has entered the West Asian region. The missile is called as Kheibar Shekan, recently being fired by Iran, targeting Netanyahu's residence and office in Israel. Now, this missile is being heralded as a game changer because it is quick to deploy, it is maneuverable upon re-entry in the atmosphere, and can evade the layered missile defense system. So how effective is it against Israel's anti-missile defense system, anti-air defense system, and is it really going to change the military balance in the West Asia or Middle East? Let us try to decode and understand in this particular video. Now, first of all, to give you the background and context of this particular issue, and we know that recently as Israel and US launched a joint operation in the Iranian territory, Iran has also retaliated in a vociferous manner, targeting almost all the American allies in the region of West Asia. It is in this context we are seeing that IRGC, that is the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, the main military wing or parallel military wing of Iran that was directly responsible and accountable to the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, it has claimed a coordinated strike targeting several regions of Israel. In the yesterday's press release, IRGC even went on and claimed that it has targeted Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's office and his fate is unknown. However, this was clearly, we can say, rejected by the Israeli authorities. They have said Prime Minister Netanyahu is safe and he is continuously going on in meetings with the defense ministries and the military leaders. Target allegedly included office, as we discussed, and also the headquarters of Israel's Air Force Commander. Claims was made by the IRGC link media channel. Israeli Prime Minister Office, as we have discussed, has denied all of these damages that IRGC is claiming. Now, as far as the missile itself is considered, if you know, if you see here, the name is Kheibar Shekan. So Kheibar is basically a region in Saudi Arabia, and Kheibar Shekan means breaker of Kheibar. That means clearly victorious in Kheibar war. It refers to a battle that was fought in the Saudi Arabia in somewhere between 628, around 628 CE, and this was a battle between Jews and Muslims, and that is why it has religious and ideological symbolism as far as the Iran is concerned. Other missile that Iran also uses every now and then is Khurram Sar, also one of the most lethal missile weapon that Iran has in its arsenal. It is also linked to Iran-Iraq War of 1982. The two similar kind of missile Iran uses. Now, as far as this particular missile is concerned and its uses, we have seen a couple of times before also, clearly it shows that in the region of West Asia, escalation seems to be a factor in play. Hostilities has intensified after the US-Israel operation. Several missiles and drones have been launched, as we have seen before, targeting cities of Israel such as Tel Aviv, Jerusalem. Not only that, EU's facilities in the Gulf region such as its Swift Fleet headquarters in the Bahrain, Manama was targeted, UAE, Saudi Arabia, many countries which claimed they are neutral in this war, they did not do anything in this war, were also targeted by Iran as it justified its attack, claiming that these countries host US bases, US military personnel and deployment. Israel also has retaliated by expanding its strike, targeting now not only Iran but Lebanon as well, because we know that in the southern Lebanon, Hezbollah has started to fire rocket in the northern part of Israel. It has pledged allegiance to the Iranian regime from before also, and thus it has vowed to take revenge for the killing of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Multi-front regional tensions definitely have emerged that has led to a lot of casualties all across the region and disruption in the normal way of life. Now, coming back to the topic, we are discussing about the Kheibar Shekan. So, what basically is Kheibar Shekan missile? Name already we have discussed before why it is called as Kheibar Shekan. Now, this missile is a game changer. Why is it game changer? Because it is a solid fuel medium range ballistic missile. Now, what does it mean? Solid fuel means that missile is ready to deploy in a quick time. Within 15 minutes, missile can be fired. So it does not need long duration pre-launch procedures that is required for missile which require liquid fuel. So that is the first advantage. Second is medium range. Medium range means this missile can target almost all the US bases in the Gulf region, West Asia region, because all the countries are within this particular range. It is operated by IRGC Aerospace Force, that is Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Aerospace Force. And this is also important to understand because IRGC clearly has stated that they will take revenge. They have vowed to take revenge for the killing of Khamenei, and they are something which are not even responsible directly to President of Iran. So even if President of Iran does not want IRGC to do something, it is not necessary they will agree to it. So that make IRGC more deadly and dangerous. And missile was unveiled in February 2022. So already Iran has developed several of missiles as expected, and it is clearly a shift that Iranian missile development program is showing toward a lighter and mobile missile system. Lighter means it is light because liquid fuel has not been carried out with has not been carried inside the missile, and mobile means easily it can be deployed from any region of Iran. As such, designed to complicate air defense interception, that is its most important role. Now, as far as the strategic role of this missile is concerned, range we have discussed 1450 kilometers. So as you can see, almost all the countries, you have Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Oman, UAE, Turkey, and these regions of the Africa also can be under this particular missiles range, capable of striking Israel and US bases in West Asia. As you can see, deployable from mobile launch platform. Now, why it is important? Because imagine that you have missile system that cannot be launched by a portable system, portable platform. You have particular launch stations. So if enemy target these launch stations, then your missiles cannot be fired. While the benefit of mobile launch platform is that you can take your missiles and move it here and there, and that is how you can hide it from the enemy's air strikes, and then you can launch when you get the opportunity. Rapid launch readiness, that means within 15 minutes missile is ready to strike, so enemy air force will not have enough time to destroy it, will not have enough time to damage the launch stations. Technical specification, if you look here, it is about 11.4 meters in length, diameter is 76 centimeters, launch weight is about 6.3 tons, and the missile is able to carry roughly 550 to 600 kilograms of the detonation, that means warhead we can say, and this is very large mass. Upon impact, the damage would be of very high intensity, catastrophic in nature. We can say the missile is fired by a solid fuel engine that Iran states that Iran has named it as Aran. So Aran engine is basically fueling the missile. So this is how missile architecture look like. As you can see from here, you can see several fins are there. Missile is very aerodynamic in nature. That also makes it very agile and fast in speed. Speed wise, it can go as far as Mach 15. That means it can travel at a speed of 15 times the speed of sound. In the mid-course terminal phase, it can be between Mach 8 to 10, and impact velocity can be between Mach 2 to 3 times. That means when it is impacting the target, when it is striking the target, it is moving at very high velocity, 2 to 3 times the velocity of sound as such. Maneuverable re-entry vehicle, MARV, is a term that is used for this particular missile. What it basically means, that it is a kind of ballistic missile but with slight difference. If you talk about the normal ballistic missile, suppose it is fired from here. So first it exits the atmosphere, then again it re-enters the atmosphere, and then it strikes the target as such. But the path of ballistic missile is guided by gravity. That means it moves in a fixed path. So if you have air defense system, then the air defense system, it is easier for it to track the path of the missile, which path it will take, and then send its projectile and destroy the missile mid-path itself. That means we can say ballistic missile, if air defense system can easily chart its moving path, movable path, it can destroy it. But problem is that it is a MARV, that means maneuverable re-entry vehicle, which means after it re-enters the atmosphere, this particular missile, that is Kheibar Shekan, despite being ballistic in nature, it is able to change and adjust its path pattern, and that's why it becomes difficult for the air defense system to destroy it, because it is not moving anymore in a fixed path. This re-entry we can say the change in the path of the missile is carried out by the inner guidance system that missile has. It is charged by, it is also changed by the fins and ailerons that missile uses, and that make it more lethal and deadly nature. As far as the air defense penetration feature is concerned, aerodynamic fin for terminal steering, satellite assisted guidance also make it easier to directly strike or precisely strike the target that Iran chooses to destroy. Carbon fiber composite structure. The benefit is that it is light in nature, it can move at faster speed, it is agile, but at the same time carbon fiber are very strong material. That's why it is also able to resist any kind of damage, frictional damage and all. Reduced radar cross section. That means on radar, the detection of missile becomes quite challenging because it is very small in size compared to other ballistic missile. Aerodynamic is safe, fins and all that basically do not allow radio waves to be reflected back. Designed to challenge layer defense system. Layer defense system means, if you talk from the perspective of Israel, it uses various air defense systems such as David Sling, it has Iron Dome, it also uses the US-led Patriot missile defense system. So you have several layers. That means even if one air defense system is not able to destroy the missile, basically, then second air defense can destroy, third air defense can destroy. But because of the maneuverable nature of this particular missile, that is the Iran, which the missile that Iran is using, it is possible it can penetrate through all the air defense systems of Israel as such. Operational use, This is not the first use. In the January 2024, is Iran targeted Idlib of Syria by using the same missile. Again, in April and October 2024, also a strike was carried out by Iran using the same missile. And the report of the users clearly indicate that the penetration rate of this missile, that means bypassing the air defense system, striking the target in precise nature, is much more better compared to the older missiles that Iran was using. And a few days back, Iran clearly has stated that you have not seen our new capabilities. We are just using the older missiles as of now. We'll use a new missile, latest missile that will be more destructive for you. And this, it seems that Iran or Iranian government, Iranian defense personals were maybe talking about this missile itself. And 2025 is what it was introduced as a Kheibar Shekan 2 variant, which seems to be more advanced than this one. Now, sometime question comes that Kheibar Shekan versus Khurram Shah, because Khurram Shah missile that Iran uses, sometimes it is also called as Kheibar missile. So, are they same missile or different missile? The answer is both are different. One is Kheibar Shekan, other is Khurram Shah and Kheibar. The naming already we have discussed. What is the difference? Now, if you look at the Kheibar Shekan one, the one which we are discussing today, it is solid fuel MRBM, solid fuel medium range ballistic missile. Khurram Shah, on the other hand, is a relatively heavier missile class. As such, it is propelled by liquid fluid. Second, it is lighter and mobile. It is heavier. As far as Khurram Shah or Kheibar missile is concerned, it can take up to 20 tons. The latest variant that Iran claims, it is believed that it can carry weight up to 20 tons. Different design lineage. Here emphasis is on maneuverability. Here it is a traditional conventional ballistic missile. The impact, basically the we can say emphasis is on causing as much damage as possible upon impact as such. So both of the missile, though it seems similar in name, trace from the different missile lineage system. As far as the strategic implications of the use and the development of this missile is concerned, definitely it is one of the lethal arsenal that Iran has used. Earlier also, we have seen that Iran has effectively neutralized target using this missile, and we do not have exact number how many such missile Iran possesses, but definitely it is about increasing sophistication in West Asia. Missiles being used by the regional parties here are not of conventional traditional nature, not of a low intensity nature, but continuously they are becoming more lethal. And that's why for the air defense system that is being deployed in this region, it is going to become a greater challenge how to save the cities, how to save the vital installations and infrastructure from such kind of missile if Iran uses, especially in the Israeli territory. Rapid solid fuel deployment capability makes it easier to be fired at a quick reaction time, with a quick reaction time at a short, we can say in a short span of time. That also creates a challenge for the Israel's air forces and air defense system to just target the missile. And thus overall we can say that if more and more damage is being seen, if the escalatory ladder is being climbed continuously by all the parties in West Asia, you might see a risk of broader regional escalation. And in this context, we have to keep in mind Saudi Arabia was targeted by Iran. The largest oil refinery in the world, called as Ras Tanura, was targeted by Iran also. So Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, it seems that he has given directives to the air forces and military that if they feel the need or requirement, they can target Iran and they can launch attacks on Iran as well. So if the situation does not come in the coming few days, if Iran keeps on retaliating and keeps on damaging the infrastructure in this region, then obviously we can say the regional war first breaking out, that might also turn out to be a global crisis, global war. Obviously energy crisis seems to be looming large as the crude oil prices are jumping up. So that's all for this particular video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and share it with your friends, as well as subscribe channel for more such content. Thank you very much.